The council? How did hermits do it? How did the hermits find fullness in seclusion if it wasn't something to be found within? How did they reach enlightenment in seclusion, in silence, if it wasn't part of the process? Of course, you don't need to seclude yourself anymore, but you do need silence still. In silence, you can hear the voice within. In silence, you can feel the world within. You can hear your own thoughts. You can be aware of your own emotions, and you can observe yourself without any outside influence telling you what it means. How did the hermits feel fullness in a cave, unless that fullness was already within? The doing gets you going in the world you live in, while simultaneously it keeps you distracted from the world within you, the real world that is already full. When we say you are extracting those states and qualities from within you, it is because they are already there, independent of the outside events and circumstances, and it is up to you to reach inward and extract them out. You can be at peace no matter what's going on, because you are at peace with you. You can be in love no matter who is there or not, because you are in love with you. You can be in joy whether something is happening or not, whether you are doing something or not, because you feel the joy from within yourself, the joy of being one with Source, the joy of being home. How did the hermits do it back then? They realized everything they are looking for on the outside already existed on the inside, and they withdrew from the world, from the outside, in order to find what they seek within. And when they did, they were a changed person, because they became the master they realized they are. You all can do this. Mastery is not reserved for a select few. The only reason ascended masters and enlightened beings walked amongst you is to show you what is possible, not to tell you they are the exception. You will become the master yourself once you detach from everything outside of you and no longer give meaning to anything outside of you as being more powerful than you, more valuable than you. When you finally realize you are the source of all your experiences, and you are the source of all that you feel, and all you create in mind, then you realize you have the keys to the kingdom, that you can create whatever you desire without moving from where you are, and that you can create any experience without anything happening or changing on the outside, that you can travel to far distant lands without leaving your couch. And we are not talking about some virtual reality game that you plug into, but the vast spaces within yourself, the infinite capabilities of your own mind. For remember, that mind is connected to universal mind as much as it is connected to any other mind on your planet. You can call it the collective consciousness and the universal consciousness, which contains all consciousness. When you tap into the storehouse of infinite consciousness, you can see what your eyes cannot see. You have access to knowledge that your fellow men don't. You have access to information that the world around you cannot provide. How did the hermits do it? They withdrew their attention from the world outside and delved into the world within, the world of creation within. You always create from within, never from without. They turned within to the source of their happiness or misery. They turned within to the source of their creations, their experiences. They turned within to the well within themselves of infinite riches, far beyond any riches they could find on earth. And it is a beautiful time on your planet, because having access to these states and emotions within yourself is now easier. For despite all the distractions, the energies coming in are supportive of you. There is an outpouring of energy coming to your planet from every angle at this moment, all for your upliftment, for your elevation, and these energies touch you without you even knowing. They come from everywhere, from your earth, from your animals, from your planet life, even within the air you breathe. Your evolution and transformation is being facilitated by higher beings offering you their light and love through these energies. Love and light that you can't help but feel at some point no matter what you are going through. And so there is hope because you are receiving and you are changing, and luckily for you, you don't have to retire to a cave, but you have to allow yourself some moments of silence during which you open to receive more than what you can ask for, because we see you from a different perspective and know what you need at a deeper level, at an energetic level, and we are all delivering to you one by one, wherever you are in sleep and in wakefulness. So be ready for more, because more is the mantra of this universe. More and more and more. It is infinite, so enjoy the ride, unveiling the ASURAS. Who are the ASURAS? To the disturbing backdrop of the global surge in totalitarian and fascist regimes, a deeply profound and thought-provoking query emerges. Who exactly are the ASURAS, and how do they interweave with the unfolding events of our world? These enigmatic spiritual entities are often linked to malevolent intentions that impede progress and evolution on a spiritual level. In this week's Substack, I venture into the mesmerizing realm of the ASURAS to dark forces their impact on the various dimensions of human existence. Below, I embark on the journey of unraveling the enigmas that enshroud the ASURAS while gaining insight into humanity's enduring struggle when confronting these formidable forces. The malevolent intentions of the ASURAS, conflicts and wars. The ASURAS exhibit a malevolent inclination towards fueling conflicts and wars. Their influence often stirs nationalistic fervor and triggers egotistical motives in individuals and societies. This tendency has historically led to catastrophic world wars and regional conflicts, leaving devastation, suffering, and division in their wake. The ASURAS seem to revel in the chaos and discord generated by these conflicts, further obstructing humanity's path to peace and spiritual growth. Totalitarian regimes. Totalitarian and fascist regimes find resonance with the ASURAS' intentions. These oppressive systems, marked by the suppression of individual freedoms and the promotion of state control, align with the ASURIC desire to stifle human spiritual and individual development. Such regimes curtail personal liberties and create an environment where the human spirit is confined, limiting its capacity to evolve and flourish. The rise of materialism. ASURIC forces actively encourage materialistic thinking, which becomes evident during historical periods characterized by an obsessive focus on material pursuits. This preoccupation with material wealth and possessions often comes at the expense of spiritual values. The ascent of consumer-driven societies, driven by the relentless pursuit of material gain, is a tangible manifestation of the ASURAS' influence. They thrive in environments where the spiritual essence of humanity is overshadowed by material desires, hindering the collective journey toward spiritual enlightenment. Egoism in societal structures. ASURIC influence extends into societal structures that prioritize self-interest over collective well-being. The consequences of this egoistic inclination are evident in social disparities, political corruption, and the exploitation of vulnerable populations. The ASURAS feed off the discord by egoism, fostering division and conflict within societies. In doing so, they perpetuate a cycle of inequality and hinder the harmonious evolution of humanity. Suppression of spiritual knowledge. Throughout history, the ASURAS have sought to hinder the spread of spiritual knowledge. They target spiritual practices, beliefs, and traditions, often suppressing or marginalizing them. This suppression sheds light on episodes of spiritual oppression, where the ASURAS work to extinguish the light of spiritual wisdom. By obstructing access to spiritual knowledge, they create barriers for spiritual seekers, making the path to enlightenment arduous and challenging. In resisting ASURIC influences, understanding the potential influence of ASURAS across various aspects of human life prompts reflection on how individuals and humanity as a whole can effectively confront these malevolent forces. Spiritual vigilance, emphasizing the significance of spiritual awareness and vigilance in one's life, is critical. By nurturing mindfulness, self-reflection, and a deeper connection with one's inner spiritual self, individuals can bolster their resilience against the subtle temptations posed by the asuras. Embracing empathy and altruism, counteracting egoistic tendencies necessitates a collective effort to prioritize empathy, compassion, and altruism. Fostering these qualities within our communities and societies can weaken the grip of asuric influences. Promoting spiritual knowledge, asuras are believed to thrive in environments lacking spiritual knowledge. Promoting spiritual education and fostering open-minded exploration of metaphysical realms can be effective countermeasures. Resisting materialism, asuric temptations often steer individuals towards materialistic pursuits. We can diminish their sway by fostering a balanced perspective on material wealth and emphasizing the value of inner growth. In conclusion, as we conclude this exploration into the captivating realm of the asuras, it becomes apparent that their influence reaches across various facets of human existence, from conflicts and wars fueled by nationalistic fervor to the ascent of totalitarian regimes and the pervasive rise of materialism. These are just a few manifestations of the asuric tendencies that have left their mark on our world. Yet there is hope. The collective consciousness, becoming aware of the subtle but profound effects of the asuras, holds the key to our salvation. By fostering spiritual vigilance, embracing empathy and altruism, promoting spiritual knowledge, and resisting materialism, individuals and society can weaken the grip of asuric influences. Understanding the asuras adds profound insight into humanity's struggle to harmonize material desires with spiritual growth and evolution. It is within our collective power to navigate this delicate balance and pave the way for a brighter, more spiritually awakened future.